Alright, it's Saturday, getting a bit of a late start in the garage, some running around to do. So, first things first, I'm going to fix up this other rust hole here in the window channel. Alright, got some weld-through primer on there. Tried to radius the corners so have a bit better luck welding it so the sharp edges don't burn through. And now there's nothing to do but wait for the primer to dry. Picked up some of these magnets where I got my sheet metal from. $4 for a pack of 3. They're really strong. So let's see how it goes. So that's those two patches done, and then onto this corner over here. So I'm gonna mark this off. It's pretty close to this trim clip, but I'm gonna try and save that if I can. I think I should be fine. And then it looks like this originally overlapped here, so this piece went up in here because I figured the way the roof, I was thinking about the way the roof would be stamped. So I just don't know how far the lead is in here, and I definitely am not going to be able to weld to it if it is, and I don't want to have to do leading just for this corner. So let's see what I can do about making a piece that'll fit up in there as good as possible, and I'll try and preserve the piece I cut out best I can, and we'll go from there. I'll bring you guys back when I got something. Cheers. I thought I get shit in my eyes wearing glasses. Damn it. Alright, I just got up in there with the carbide bit, and before I cut the piece out, I just wanted to see what was going on. It looks pretty good up in there, so that's good. So I'm just going to slice this off and drill a hole here first so I get a round corner. And then I can't tell if there's any spot welds in here. I don't think there is. There might be one there. But I'll peel it back and see. I want to try and save this as best I can so I can have a match to make a part. And then the idea is going to be just to bring it up in here somehow. Got it. So there it is. Looks fine. The lip looks good under there. So I'll clean all this up and then start figuring out how I'm going to do my patch. Alright, cheers. So I'm just going to cut up something to make a channel out of. This shear is still one of my favorite scores in the world. It's like the measurements too. So if I want 2 inches, I can just roughly there, about. Fingers. There we go. Nice and square too. So I'm just going to bend this up in the vise. I try not to go too hard right on the corner here because it can make it super sharp, and that channel's not sharp at all. So, all right. So. Now I got that roughly where I want it to be. So I left this long here so now I can mark it and figure out what I'm going to do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cut down here with the shears, and then that's going to allow me to bend this up. Now, okay, we're starting to get somewhere. I'm going to make this curve. Sharper so it sits down in the corner a bit more. So yeah, I'm going to make this curve deeper and then trim this corner off so it sits a bit more flush. Alright, I got this clamped in here. I just want to try and get this rail, this corner to conform a little more. Alright, so sort of getting there. got this corner feeling good. So the next thing is to, I want to get this to conform up in the corner better. So I'm going to throw it in the stretcher, open this up a bit, and then I'm probably going to need to do a lot more stuff because everything's going to move then. But we'll get this stretcher so at least I can get this back edge conforming to this rail, and then we'll see how we go. Alright, let's see what we can do, see how much damage I can do to this. Okay, starting to come together. Just about right. It's feeling pretty good. It's nice and snug down in the bottom. And yeah, this definitely overlapped on top here, so if that's the highest thing, I'm not too worried. So now I've just really got to trim all this down so it's lower to match the patch that I cut out. And then I was tempted to tack this here so it holds its shape, but obviously I don't want to burn through and then weld it to the actual car yet. So, but slow and steady. And it's like 9 o'clock or something. Challenger Holly's on his way over. We're gonna go out and grab something to eat, and then I'll come back tonight and pick up where we left off. All right, cheers. All right, we're back, and had too many beers, too many tacos, which always sounds like not necessarily something you could ever have too many of, especially together. But there's too many tacos. They're good though. Alright, I'm trying to fix this monstrosity here. I think it's about midnight or something. It's only 55, so, or it might be 50 by now, so this is really the first night this year where I've been able to get outside and anything past 7 o'clock where it's warm enough to actually do anything. There it is. Tiny little more finish work to do just on this corner, but I can get that to sit nice and flush. It's a little after 1 now, so I'm going to call it quits tonight, and I'll get back on in the morning. Alright, cheers. Okay, it's Sunday morning, and pretty happy the way this is going to fit, so I'm going to try and TIG it. A little awkward angle, but I think I'm a bit better off than doing the MIG for this case. So I'm going to pop it out and scrape everything, clean everything, and then spray some primer up in there, and then we'll get it ready. Cheers. Alright, giving the Trans Am a little TLC today. Finally, I was trying to think about, I'm putting the inner fenders in. I was trying to think about how long these have been out, and I think it's been 9 years that I've had these fenders out of the car. So, which is why the whole engine bay just ended up looking like shit so quick, because so much garbage gets thrown up in there and everything. So, one in, and the other one is over there. Clean the dust off it, and I'm gonna pop it in. It's probably not my favorite way to put them on with the fenders on, but it's easier than taking the fenders off. So we got it. And if I get all this done and tidied up, I might jump back onto the window channel. But just trying to be a good car dad, spend equal amount of time with everyone. All right, cheers. All right, fenders are finally in. Looks like a normal car again. So it's getting a little late for Sunday for me, so I'm gonna pack it up and finish up on the window channel next weekend. There's pretty much nothing I can do through the week because I get home so late. So yeah, back to next weekend, and we'll get some more window channel stuff done and figure out what the next step is. All right, cheers.